Welcome back to BNN News. Earlier this week, fast food workers pointed their campaign for higher wages squarely at McDonald's. To tell us about the actions and updates on the drive to get $15 an hour is a McDonald's worker from Dorchester. He's also a member of the National Organizing Committee of the Fight for $15. We'd like to welcome Darius Cephas. Darius, thank you very much for being with us.
How you doing, sir? Thanks for having me.
First of all, these are actions that happen in two places in Illinois, and explain the importance of the location and what happened.
Basically, in Illinois, which is down in the town of Chicago, is where the corporation is. The headquarters where all McDonald's businesses. Their universities there. Their main headquarters is there. Most of their corporation stores are there. So it's kind of like we hit them where it hurts.
Well, part of this was a strike. What was that like?
The experience of it, it was great, because the simple fact is that one is where they have their shareholders meeting every year. Once a year they hold it there. So until everyone gets their 15 every year, we're going to hit them there. We're going to let them know that we demand 15 in the union. We demand 15 for all workers. We demand 15 for all their employees, regardless if it's McDonald's. McDonald's running a global race to the bottom. They're the second largest corporations in the world.
Now you say there's a race to the bottom, but I guess at the same time, it seems as far as when it comes to making money, the corporation's not doing too badly.
In the first 3 months of McDonald's quarter, they made $1 billion just from all-day breakfast in the first 3 months. And the fact that if they can make $1 billion in the first 3 months, and they're saying that they can't afford to pay their workers, to me that sounds ridiculous. They can afford to pay their workers 10 times over.
So one of the things that's also going on here is the change over the years in who works at McDonald's. When I was a kid, a lot of them were people who were like me. They were pretty young. They were still going to school. And I guess that has changed. Yeah,
life has changed. Life is throwing people curveballs, as I said time and time before, because the simple fact is that they try their best to make ends meet, and the only jobs that are hiring are low-wage jobs. The only jobs that are hiring are Burger King, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts. So the fact that those are the only jobs right now that are hiring, we're trying to get the best, do the best for our families. So we're taking those jobs, and we do try to get 80 hours every 2 weeks, 40 hours a week. But we can't. They dangle that. Because if you pass in overtime, they get mad, or they get upset, and that's too much out of their money they have to pay. So they rather keep you below average. So that's something they control.
And we're talking with Darius Cephas from the Fight for $15. Darius, talk about what this is like over time working at McDonald's. We hear a lot about stagnating earnings. What about yourself? How long you've been working at McDonald's?
I've been working at McDonald's overall for a course of 4 years. Right. I transferred to another store in Cambridge now, and there I make $11 an hour. If I was still at the McDonald's I worked at now, I'd make 10. I have to travel outside of my city just for an extra $1. To me, that sounds more ridiculous, because that's more money out my pocket for transportation. Other things are the fact that workers are out here, myself particularly, I've tried a lot of other jobs. I applied for a lot of other jobs. It's this course of experience, it's the course of opportunities given. And to me, my opportunities are limited right now. So in order to break that limitation, I have to break the corporation, break the laws, start a whole new way of life.
Well, even if you wanted to pursue opportunity by going to school part-time or something like that, that's going to cost you money. Exactly. And already you've got some bills and just paying to live in Boston someplace.
Yeah, Boston's a very expensive city to live in, believe it or not, because one bedroom is already $1,100, $1,200 a month, and an average fast food worker barely makes $800 a month. So that's already, you can't afford rent, you can't afford food, so you have to rely on public assistance. And now you're stuck relying on public assistance for the rest of your life. So you're stuck in that same rent, working that same dead-end job day to day, and your family lives off that job. So if you quit, your family can't live, so you're stuck.
Bring back to the campaign at this event in Chicago with people from all over the country. What did that feel like?
It was great. We had people from the UK come down. We had people from Germany come down. We had people from Korea come down. all over the United States, all fast food workers from all walks of life, whether they make $22 an hour in Denmark or $7.25 all the way down in Tennessee. These are people that's telling McDonald's workers that they need more to live. We had 10,000 workers out there saying the same message. If McDonald's don't get it now, I don't know when.
Right. What do you think it accomplished? Because I know ultimately you might want to change some laws or get corporations to change their mind. And McDonald's, they're not changing their mind right away, at least.
Regardless if McDonald's changes their minds, we're changing the minds of people. We're changing the minds of the higher corporations, because the simple fact is California won their 15. New York won 15. So it's been proven that they can pay 15. They just choose to pay the lowest of the low. If they can escape by paying low, they would.
Right. Well, we're talking with Darius Cephas from the Fight for $15. One other thing, Darius, is that this is coming up at a time when we're choosing a new president. I'm not going to ask you to endorse anybody, but every so often at some of these forums between now and Election Day, we're going to be asking them about wages and whether there ought to be some minimums that are lifted up. So I guess that has an importance too.
Yeah, it definitely has an importance, because some of the fact is that our message is we're in support of any candidate that supports the 15. We're interested in any candidate that supports Fight for 15, because the simple fact is that they understand that workers are struggling. They understand the working family. Regardless, we don't want to be in poverty because we want to. We're in poverty because we have to. We're in poverty because we're trying to get something better. We're stuck. And it's not something that we could say blaming on other people, but the wages need to come up because the cost of living went up.
In the meantime, people can follow the campaign. You've got some social media they can check out?
The fightfor15.org is the main website. You can go on and check out a bunch of stuff we're doing. If you want to join in and take actions, you can go on there and fill out a quick little survey, and we're willing to take on anybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Darius Cephas from the Fight for 15. You're tuned in to BNN News. In a moment, we'll hear about the connection between wages and health. But first, this message.